Five's time travel mishap scatters his siblings in Dallas between February 1960 and October 1963. Five arrives on November 25, 1963, just before a nuclear doomsday linked to JFK's survival. An elderly Hazel warns Five they have 10 days to stop it, then is killed by three Swedish assassins, Axel, Otto, and Oscar, after giving Five a roll of film. Five lands in Elliot's house, who agrees to help him. The siblings' new lives unfold. Luther is Jack Ruby's bodyguard. Diego is in a mental asylum wanting to stop JFK's assassination. Allison, now married to civil rights activist Ray, has regained her voice. Klaus, with Ben, accidentally starts a cult, and amnesiac Vanya lives with Sissy, Carl, and their son Harlan. Diego escapes the asylum with Leela, a fellow patient, after being chased by the Swedes. Five finds Luther at Ruby's club, but Luther refuses to help. 3 months after being shot by Hazel, the handler returns to the commission and is demoted by her boss, a talking fish named Jay. Vanya goes to Jack Ruby's club to pick up a drunk Carl, and Luther sees her. At Elliot's house, Five, Diego, and Lila watch a film Hazel gave Five before dying, showing Reginald at Dealey Plaza during JFK's assassination. Ray is arrested and bonds with Klaus in jail before Klaus is released. Allison visits Ray in jail and notices someone with the same tattoos as Klaus. Luther apologizes to Vanya at Sissy's farm, but she doesn't remember him. Diego and Five sneak into Reginald's company, where Five encounters a young pogo. Reginald stabs Diego during a fight and walks away. Leela saves Diego at Elliot's house. Vanya is intercepted by the Swedes in a cornfield, but uses her powers to stop them. Five finds her and explains the situation, noting her powers are dormant. Allison reunites with Klaus, who sends Ben to spook the police into releasing Ray. Ray finds Luther at his home, looking for Allison, who is married. Luther leaves, heartbroken. Allison joins a sit-in at a whites-only diner, organized by Ray and other activists. Klaus finds a younger Dave at a paint store and wants to prevent him from enlisting in the military. Ray is arrested during the sit-in, and Allison uses her powers to stop a police officer from beating him. Ray runs away, confused about Allison's true identity. Leela leaves Diego and meets the handler, revealing she works for the commission and is the handler's adoptive daughter. Leela is instructed by the handler to protect Five at all costs. Vanya learns she caused the original apocalypse and returns to the Cooper family. Allison can't explain her powers to Ray and leaves to find Luther, who informs her about the impending apocalypse. Diego, Lila, and Five attend a gala, where Reginald is present. Diego meets a human Grace, romantically involved with Reginald. The trio is attacked by the Swedes but fend them off, though Reginald escapes. Leela protects Five, abandoning Diego to fight two Swedes. Harlan runs away upon hearing Vanya's plan to leave. She rescues him from a lake with her powers and decides to stay, realizing his dependence on her. Vanya begins an intimate relationship with Sissy. At Elliot's house, Luther tells Five and Diego about his earlier encounter with Reginald, who rejected him and expressed disdain for children. The trio regroups with the rest of the academy, explaining their current situation and deciding to search for Reginald, believing their presence in Dallas is to save JFK. Leela, feeling rejected by Five, teams up with the handler to lure him to an abandoned warehouse. The Swedes are tricked into a trap set by Diego, resulting in Oscar's death. Vanya leaves the Cooper family after discovering Sissy is still involved with Carl. Luther and Diego receive an invitation to a light supper with Reginald. Klaus returns to his cult, and Allison confides everything to Ray. At the warehouse, the handler offers Five a deal. She will send his family safely back to 2019 if he kills the commission's board at their quarterly meeting. The 6 siblings receive invitations to dine with Reginald, where they attempt to explain their current situation. Allison reveals her powers to Ray. Diego informs Grace of Reginald's plan to kill JFK, and Carl spies on Sissy and Vanya making love in a car. The 2 remaining Swedes, believing Diego killed their brother based on the handler's misinformation, visit Elliot, kill him, and leave the message, an eye for an eye, written in blood. Five agrees to the handler's deal. After killing the commission's board, Five has 90 minutes to regroup with the rest of the academy to return to a normal timeline in 2019. The handler takes control of the commission. Vanya decides to bring Sissy and Harlan with her to the new timeline, and Allison plans to take Ray. As Ray and Allison prepare to leave, they are attacked by the two remaining Swedes. Allison uses her powers to make Axel kill Otto, after which he leaves. Sissy, Harlan, and Vanya are stopped by police officers. Vanya uses her powers to fight them but is knocked unconscious. The Academy fails to regroup in time, forcing Five to discard the time-traveling briefcase. Because Vanya can speak Russian, she is suspected of being a KGB spy. She is drugged and tortured with electrical shocks, causing her to remember her past. Grace finds evidence that Reginald plans to harm JFK and breaks up with him. Leela kidnaps Diego to force him to work at the commission and remain her boyfriend. Five meets an older version of himself to try to get Old Five's time-traveling briefcase to return to a new timeline. Old Five tells Luther his plan to prevent Vanya from causing the original apocalypse, which would result in young Five's death. Herb, a commission analyst, helps Diego see what will occur on November 22, 1963. Vanya destroys an FBI building, preventing JFK's assassination and leading to World War III as the Soviets are blamed. Herb helps Diego escape, and he, Klaus, and Allison return to Dallas to stop Vanya from blowing up the building. However, Vanya's power builds towards the explosion due to the torture and return of her memories. Ben enters Vanya's mind and calms her, averting the explosion and the apocalypse. She hugs him as his ghostly form departs for the afterlife. Meanwhile, Harlan, affected by Vanya's torture, accidentally kills Carl when Sissy holds him at gunpoint. Herb uncovers Kill Order 743, revealing that Old Five killed Lila's parents. The handler manipulates Leela, and she agrees to kill Diego with rest of the Academy. Young Five and Old Five battle, ending with Old Five going to 2019 and the briefcase being destroyed. With the FBI building intact, JFK is assassinated. Diego tackles Reggie on the grassy knoll, but it's a double. Furious, Reginald visits Majestic 12, reveals his alien form, and kills them all. At the commission, the handler recalls all agents for war after a monitor discovers a huge anomaly. A screen reveals the barn flashing with blue light. The Academy learns they are wanted as terrorists for supposedly aiding in Kennedy's assassination. Sensing Harlan is in trouble, they go to Sissy's farm. The handler arrives with an army of commission agents, but Vanya kills them all. Leela reveals she can mirror their powers, and they realize she is another of the 43 children born on the same day. The siblings reveal the truth to Leela before the handler kills everyone, only to be shot by Axel, the last Swede. Mortally wounded, Five reverses time to stop the handler. Axel kills the handler again, but agrees to end his hunt for the Academy while Lila escapes. Vanya takes her powers back from Harlan. Herb, now leading the commission, allows the Academy to use a briefcase to return to 2019. In an altered 2019, the Academy discovers that Reginald formed the Sparrow Academy instead of the Umbrella Academy, consisting of 5 different children, a floating green cube, and a still-alive Ben.